right? It's not an internal expectation, it's an external expectation that wasn't fulfilled. So thus, because it wasn't fulfilled, I now feel negatively, right? But if we can turn that around and understand that we as humans are in control of our emotions. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Kaylin Bowman. Be fiercely authentic, live your truth. So before we begin today's video, I just wanted to acknowledge the new subscribers to the channel and say thank you so much for subscribing. For those of you who are new, this channel is all about spirituality and personal development. We also dive into conscious manifestation, so the difference between manifesting from an egoic place versus a conscious place. So with that being said, I have 2 courses offered. The Become a Love Magnet course, which is primarily a self-love course. This course is specifically designed to help you understand yourself better, how to learn how to connect to your soul energy, and truly love yourself on the deepest level possible. And from that, I've also created a Conscious Manifestation Masterclass. So this is something that is very new. But this is a complete video course that teaches you how to manifest from your soul, so that when you manifest things in, you're also fulfilled. So if you're interested in that, all of the online courses and guided meditations are available at Ignite Your Soul School, which will be down below in the description box. In addition, I do have personal one-on-one coaching, and all of the information for that will be available on the website. But let's jump into today's video. So one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video today is because this is something that comes up so much in my coaching sessions and always has. So in the past, I spoke primarily about the law of attraction, right? And so when we set the intention of creating something into our world and it doesn't happen in the way that we want it to, or if it doesn't happen at all, it can create a lot of disappointment. So today I wanted to kind of break down this idea of disappointment and kind of offer you a new perspective on how to deal with it. The thing is this, every single one of us is going to experience disappointment at some point in our lives, right? Many of us are trying to navigate our lives and avoid all of these uncomfortable emotions. In order to be able to overcome disappointment, we have to be okay with disappointment, right? So this is the idea of being able to surrender to these negative emotions. And disappointment is really the idea that we had some sort of expectation that was not fulfilled, right? So we had an external expectation in the outer world, right? It's not an internal expectation, it's an external expectation that wasn't fulfilled. So thus, because it wasn't fulfilled, I now feel negatively. Right? But if we can turn that around and understand that we as humans are in control of our emotions, right? So we can choose how we feel, and disappointment is actually a choice. Now, this doesn't mean that we avoid the feeling of disappointment, but understanding that being disappointed and being in that energy of disappointment is a choice, because we are using the outer world as a basis for how we feel. And what spirituality is being able to honor our internal space and not make it dependent on what's going on externally, right? So if we don't set these expectations in terms of the outer world, we're not going to experience this disappointment. Now, this doesn't mean that we don't set goals, we don't set, plans for the future. It just means that we don't tie our emotional state to what's happening out there. So as a spiritual coach, I'm also navigating my own life and journey. And one of the things that I've realized is that all of the times that I have been deeply disappointed by life or by the universe are the times where I learned so much. These are the times where I built character. These are the times where I built my understanding and knowledge. And if it wasn't for those disappointments, I wouldn't be able to share this information with you guys today. So the second thing that I wanted to mention about disappointment is that we can pivot this around and see the lesson in it. If there was something that you were hoping for, right, and you didn't get it in the time period that you thought you were going to receive it, what might you be learning in this experience, right? The lack of a desire is also teaching you something. You see, as we spiritually evolve, we start to understand that we didn't come here to just accumulate things. We came here to grow. We came here to evolve. We came here to expand. And through that expansion comes trial and error. Through that expansion comes disappointment. Through that expansion comes not getting what we want. Right? And it doesn't mean that we're never going to get what we want, but understanding that oftentimes when we call to have something great, right? Whether it be that conscious relationship, whether it be that dream job that's aligned with our soul vision, we have to first become the person that's ready to receive that. Because if we were to receive what we're asking for before we're ready, we would lose it. right? Or we would sabotage it, or it would slip through our fingers somehow because we're not ready. So oftentimes what's happening in these experiences of disappointment is that it's building our character. It's building our spiritual stamina. So when you experience disappointment and you use that as an excuse to disconnect and lose your faith in yourself, lose your faith in spirit, lose your faith in the universe, then you don't give yourself the opportunity to grow that inner sense of self and inner strength. You know, we can't control every single thing that happens in the external environment. Yes, we're able to influence the external world, but if we're living our lives trying to micromanage everything that's happening in the universe so that we can feel okay, we're never going to be satisfied. We're never going to be fulfilled, and we're never going to be at peace. The goal is to find the peace within. And so that way, whatever happens in the physical world, you're going to be okay. And what often happens when you're in this state as a result of this is that things naturally unfold to your benefit. Then the universe begins to unfold in such a way that without force, the things that you truly want from a soul level begin to naturally gravitate into your experience. I encourage you, if you're currently experiencing disappointment, to reframe what's happening in this moment and understand that this is actually a character building experience for you, but also a lesson in how to maintain my internal sense of self regardless of what's happening out here. So I truly hope that this video was helpful for you guys. If it was, be sure to give me a thumbs up, go down below, subscribe, hit the bell to get my notifications. And as I said, if you guys are interested in the Become a Love Magnet course or the Conscious Manifestation Masterclass, all of the information will be down below in the description box. All right, but I'm sending you absolute love and light, and I'll see you soon. Take care.